So we're just going to begin our final assembly now. Off camera we gave the guitar a spray of some clear coat, as we said. And just try and catch in the light there, you can see that the guitar is kind of shiny now. So what we're going to do is use some fine grade steel wool and some Scotch-Brite pads and that, and just take that shininess off it, so we still get the protection but without that shine, and make the guitar look a bit lived in, as we said. Then we're going to shield the cavities, and we're going to put the electronics back in and begin our whole reassembly. So we just start now with our steel wool, just to take that shininess off it. So we've used our steel wool and our Scotch-Brite pad and that, and I don't know if you can tell in the light, but the shine has gone off the body now. It's more of a kind of a matte finish on it, and we're just using a microfiber cloth here to take away any particles of steel wool that might be left, because it's nasty stuff that we don't want going anywhere near our electronics. So just make sure all those traces are off, and we'll get ready now to shield the internal cavities. So for shielding, what we're going to start off with is a sheet of this copper tape, and we're just going to hold it over the cavity roughly kind of where it is, and just using our finger we just kind of run over the cavities here, and it creates a bit of an indentation in the copper, and that gives us an idea of what we're going to cut out, just so we can shield the bottom part of the cavity, and then we can come back with some tape and stuff to go around the internal walls and that. So that might be impossible to see on camera, but we've got our indentations there just showing us where the cavities are, so we'll cut that out and stick that in to begin with. So that's our first piece in. Went in with great difficulty, so we just have all our offcuts and scraps here, and we can use that to fill in all the little areas that we might have missed, and to bridge little gaps and stuff like that. Then we'll come around to tape to do the walls. So that's our cavity shielded. So our next step is going to be we're going to refit the pickguard in and the output jack plate, and give all the electronics another quick test. So we're just wiring up our output jack now so we can test the electronics again. And just a reminder, we have our helpful little label there that so at this point we've tested all the electronics, and just as a sidebar, we had a big issue with the neck pickup. There was broken windings on it, so as a sidebar to that, we've done a totally separate video where we rewound all the windings back onto this and wax potted it and everything else and all this. So that's a sidebar, it won't be part of this series. Probably put that video out just after the final part of this. But all our electronics are working now. We've screwed the bridge down, so next we're just going to add some more parts, put the neck on and get her strung up. So once again, here's where our labelling helps us out. We mark this OR to say that this is the rear strap button. So it just makes things a lot handier when you're trying to put things back together, because this strap button looks exactly the same as the one that's going to go on the upper horn, but at least we know this is the one that came out here, and so we know everything's going to go back exactly the way it was when we got it. So we're just going to screw the neck back in now, and we've put the string ferrules back in as well. So we just get our neck plate in position. Get our screws in. So that's the guitar completely strung up. Off camera we're going to give her a bit of a setup, just adjust the string height, action and intonation and that kind of thing. And so the next time you'll see her, hopefully you'll be in Pete's hands.
This is the this case now is a era correct case that I managed to pick up while Robbie was working on the on restoring the Stratocaster. I managed to find, believe it or not, not only a correct era case with lovely worn out toured patina on it, but an actual left-handed one as well, which is fairly rare. They're quite valuable to case on its own. Normally, and we've had this discussion, I wouldn't dream of buying a relics guitar. I think that if you're a guitar player, I think the very fact that this guitar was stolen it was all the little marks on the guitar when I looked at it. Even though it had been resprayed red and white, it was all the little marks that I had made on the guitar that obviously showed me that it was actually my guitar. Do you know what I mean? So I think the bumps and scrapes that you get on a guitar are earned, I think, really. Do you know what I mean? However, in this particular case, the guitar was. I do want to open this case, believe me. I just felt the guitar being red and white just kept reminding me of that it was stolen. Do you know what I mean? And looking back, I suppose a couple of years ago when I was putting together the 40th anniversary of TV Tube Heart, for example, and we were looking through all the old footage, and I kept seeing the black and the black scratch plate and the white body, and so I associate that colour scheme with that particular part of my life. Do you know what I mean? Right. Here we go. So the relicking thing is just really for me. Do you know what I mean? And oh shit, it hasn't. Oh my god. Works for me. Works for me. Long time no see. You've done a great job, thank you. Really have. I just can't tell you. I should play this tonight now. I'll play this tonight. That's the way it was the day it was nicked. And now I have it back the way it always was, and the way it all shall remain. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.